It is 11 a.m. in London. It is 6 p.m. in Manila. I'm Monita Rajpal at the Olympic Park. You're watching CNN. This is World One. Extreme weather is bringing death and destruction to three corners of the globe. Right now, a fresh deluge is heaping more misery on the Philippines, a nation already reeling from floods that have killed at least 11 people and forced almost 800,000 people from their homes. In China, a powerful typhoon has just slammed into the area around Shanghai, sending hundreds of thousands of people fleeing from its path. And then in Mexico's Yucatan Peninsula, Hurricane Ernesto has made landfall, packing powerful winds and triggering warnings that the storm could bring life-threatening flash floods and landslides. Capital city underwater, a government struggling to cope, dams overflowing, and the rain just keeps on coming. Floodwaters are rising in Manila, where the deluge has left at least 11 people dead from landslides, electrocution, and drowning. Those trapped on roofs, roads are submerged, and the country's president has closed government offices across the capital. CNN senior producer Aug08 is in Manila. He joins us now. Alex.
Hi there, Monita. You know, just as you're speaking to me, we're hearing small rumblings of thunder once again.
They're reporting to us from Manila. So what's causing all this extreme weather? Let's go to our meteorologist, Mari Ramos at the World Weather Center to find out. Mari.
Monita, that's just a question that everyone is asking. You know, we see all of this signs.
All right, Mari, thank you. We appreciate that. You're watching CNN World One live from London, and we'll be right back with much more. Well, it was a golden day for the host nation on Tuesday as Britain celebrated a record 22 gold medals, eclipsing their Beijing haul of 19 golds. Team GB made this the most successful games in over 100 years. Chris Hoy became Great Britain's greatest ever Olympian after winning his 6th gold medal in the another final. Brilliant day for Britain, but also a welcome reprieve for some of those nations languishing in the middle of the tally board. Zain Verjee joins us with more on that.
Let's talk a little bit about Sir Chris Hoy, the sun. Amazing, right?
Yeah.
Like, look at this. The sun has united blingdom and has all the 22 golds here, which has been the best for this country for 104 years. He's a classy guy.
And it was right after that, I think, that his event that he met Steve Redgrave. He went over to him and congratulated him for it. It was a very nice thing to see. But I think perhaps what was the nicest thing to see was his mother. So Chris Hoy's mother watching while this race was taking place, and she just basically, she kept covering her eyes.
How can you watch? Because it was that close.
The pressure that it certainly has lifted, you know, the nation's spirits. And, you know, we were all talking about whether or not Team GB was going to wake up to this, but now it certainly has.
And, you know, a lot of talk was also about whether Australia was going to wake up.
The Aussie nation will be hoping that those next 5 days will mean more chances for gold. It's something of a sore spot for the folks down under, because back in 2008, Australia left Beijing with quite the haul, a total of 46 medals, and 14 of them were gold. But this time around, it has claimed just 4 gold. Well, CNN spoke with Australian swimming legend Ian Thorpe. Here's his take.
I think Australians will be shocked that we haven't won as many medals as we usually do. But I also think we've become quite complacent.
Joining us now is retired American athlete Jackie Joyner-Kersee, having won 3 gold, 1 silver, and 2 bronze medals. She's ranked among the all-time greatest athletes in the women's heptathlon. Thank you so much for joining us here on World One. I'm wondering, on Saturday night, when everyone was watching the Olympic Stadium, watching Jessica Ennis, were you nervous that maybe your world record, because you still hold the world record for a women's heptathlon, that you set back in 1988?
Yes.
That maybe she would break it?
You know, going into the competition, it's just really great for Team USA.
All right. Well, it's great for us to have you on the show. Thank you so much for joining us. It's such a pleasure to meet you.
Oh,
and again, best of luck with everything. Thank you so much.
Appreciate it.
You're watching World One live from London. Welcome back. Russian authorities are stepping up security ahead of pop star Madonna's concert in St. Petersburg. They are concerned about a threat of physical violence after Madonna spoke out in support of Russian girl band Pussy Riot. You are watching World One live from London. Now to the latest developments in the Syrian conflict. CNN confirms fierce clashes taking place right now in Aleppo's Salahuddin district. As the battle for control of Aleppo rages on, UN monitors have now fled that Syrian city. Get details now. Well, on these developments, CNN's Ivan Watson is monitoring the situation in Syria from Istanbul in Turkey. He joins us now live. And so now we're hearing there is a sense of a brothers in arms there between Iran and Syria. That certainly doesn't come as a surprise, even now.
No, it doesn't. But the implication of some of the Iranian Supreme Leader's envoy to Damascus, the implication of what he said.
Certainly an influx of Syrian refugees coming into his country and, of course, putting added stress on the country's resources there as well. Ivan, thank you very much for that. Ivan Watson there live for us in Istanbul in Turkey. Now, he was once one of China's most powerful politicians, but now the career of Verjee is in tatters, and his wife is facing charges of murder. Gu Kailai will appear in court on Thursday, accused of killing British businessman and family friend Neil Haywood, who was found dead in a hotel room in Chongqing. But as Stephen Jiang reports, with a Communist Party leadership transition on the horizon, it's more than just a criminal case.
She was called China's Jackie O, daughter of a prominent general, educated in the country's top university, and married a handsome and ambitious politician.
You're watching World One live from London. An Algerian athlete was back on the track. Welcome back to World One live from the Olympic Park in London. There will be 16 more gold medals awarded on this, the 12th day of competition of the 2012 Games. Amanda Davis joins us more for that. What we can look forward to. That's a nice ring to it. 2012?
2012. Yeah. It's been a fun-packed 12 days.
Yeah.
A whole lot of action, a whole lot more still to come, and the biggest national rivalry in sprinting is going to be renewed on the track today as a trio of US women will try and end a Jamaican gold streak. Sanya Richards-Ross, Alison.
Amanda, thank you very much for that. You're watching World One live from the Olympic Park. Coming up next, a burning question for World One's own Zain Verjee. What happened to the Kenyan athletes in the 1500-meter final? There were tears before bedtime. We'll have to ask her about that. Welcome back. You're watching World One live from London's Olympic Park. They're known as the kings of long distance, but Kenya's athletes have failed to perform well at this year's Games. With only one gold medal and a devastating result in last night's 1500-meter final, the nation is venting its frustration on Twitter. Here's some of the examples we've got here for you. One user called Ali Moore says, Team Kenya, you counted the chicks before they're hatched. 12 golds, even securing one was a problem. Not only did Kenya fail
Okay, I got it.
Not only did they fail to win any medals in last night's race, but its ongoing champion Asbel Kiprop, who won gold in Beijing for the same event,
He had
came
an
in last.
injury.
Ha ha, excuses. Of course, Zain Verjee joins us now with those excuses.
Sasa tafanya nini?
Translation.
Now what are we going to do? We say in Swahili. Yeah, so many people back home, including myself, heartbroken, upset, angry, confused, disappointed, and asking so many questions. I mean, we are fantastic in middle and long distance running. And look out for this guy called David Rudisha. He's an amazing runner, and Kenyans really think that he's going to get. His dad actually won, I think, back in 1968, an Olympic gold. And another woman by the name of Pamela Jalimo, who'll be running the 800 meters. Also, she's the defending Olympic champion.
Is anyone from Canada in it?
No.
We'll
tell me what does Canada want?
We'll leave that. Oh, look, we're out of time. Look at the time. Thanks, Ed. You're watching World One live from the Olympic Park in London. I'm Monita Rajpal.
And I'm Zain Verjee. Thanks for joining us.